This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Monday. No, welcome to Tuesday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
Hope you had yourself a good long weekend. You've most definitely heard the term in your life at some point, you can't wear white after Labor Day, right?
I've heard it many times in my life. I've never really understood it, though.
So apparently it originates back in like the late 19th, early 20th century there. Basically, it was kind of a rich people term.
Okay.
So the wealthy elite would wear their white clothing to signify leisure and vacation during the summer. And then when the upper class returned to the city for the fall, they would basically pack away their white summer clothes and don darker, more formal attire.
I mean, it does make sense. Like, you're supposed to wear white in the summertime if you're places that have a lot of heat, so I guess that makes sense.
And so basically, if you were able to wear white clothing back in the day, it was just a sign that you were rich, which I do kind of find funny because if I see anyone wearing white nowadays, I just assume that you're really good at eating messy foods.
Right, yeah. Or you're just brave.
Yeah.
You're brave at the table.
And then I started going down this rabbit hole of like all these old signs of like what it meant to have money or like subtle signs that you were rich back in the day. I mean, wearing white was another big one. Just having a car back in the day.
Oh, I mean, there was a long distinction when not everybody got to drive.
Or even like silly things nowadays, but back in the day, like being able to have a bath or a shower, right? Brushing your teeth was a sign that you were rich.
That's true. Yeah. Because you basically having like the means to have all the hot water to be able to cleanse your body and stuff like that.
Or even I think the biggest one, no pun intended, is if you were fat.
Yeah.
That was a sign that you had money.
Yeah, I think that is probably the most hurtful compliment you've ever given me. We did like a compliment day one day, and you were like, you look like you would have been rich back in the day. And I was just like, ow.
It's crazy to think that you could be fat, wear white, have a shower, and have a car and still be broke as hell in the year that is 2025.
Oh, in 2025, none of that means anything positive. That's not a sign of anything good. But yeah, back in the day, probably meant you were like a noble lord or something like that.
Yeah, you had some power. The only power you have now is driving your car.
Yeah, it's not willpower, I'll tell you that right now.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Got Leon on the phone. Leon, what's a subtle way that you can tell someone's rich?
It's the guy who's pumping his gas that's looking at the clouds and not the total.
Oh, if you're daydreaming at the pumps, you got money.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'm the guy who's trying to pump in 20, but I go over 1 penny, and then I have to rip my car apart looking for a penny now.
It's the guy who's not looking at the pump and the guy who's at the Tesla charging station.
Yeah, really.
You know, a few people texted in like various types of vehicles, but I also feel like in this day and age, it can be the sign that you're either really good with your money or you're bad with your money, depending on like the car, the clothes that you have.
Oh, yeah. I used to do a radio show in like real oil country, like Lloydminster area. And it was like, you'd see a guy drive through town in a $60,000, $70,000 truck and then like pull up to the grocery store with stamps.
How many guys
I mean?
do you know that got like 4 snowmobiles and they still can't make a mortgage payment
That's
right
just,
now?
They're on Facebook just being like, if anybody can help out with groceries this month, I'd really appreciate it. And it's like, didn't you just get a quad? Didn't you just buy an ATV?
I do like a few people texted in at 762-555 and said you could always tell by looking in someone's fridge if they're rich, like name brands, stuff like that. Or even at the grocery store, if you see someone that's not looking at the prices.
That's just it. If they're just grabbing things of what they need, like the first brand that they see or whatever, and they're not If you see someone who's holding 2 different cans of soup, you know that they're crunching numbers in their head.
If you're buying Tropicana orange juice, you're rich, in my opinion.
That's just it. If you've got the bottle of full brand name Sunny D, get out of here, Richie Rich.
We've got Daniel on the phone. What would you say is a subtle way that you can tell someone's rich?
Well, as a former smoker myself, I can say that it's definitely the brand of smoke that you have.
That's so true. You see someone smoking a pack of putters, you can tell they're a little down on their luck.
Oh, 100%. Well, and a couple of weeks ago, you guys had weird ways to make money, and I was the kid who sold Bago smokes at high school for 25 cents.
I think for smokers, if you don't go to the res to go buy your cartons, you're doing all right, you know?
Oh, 100%. But I was always like, whenever I had money, I was always the Demoriers because I like feeling fancy with that little hole in the filter.
Smoking with your pinky up in the air, yes.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Good morning, gents. How are you today?
Doing all right, man. How are you?
Good. I got a little story to tell you about millionaires.
All right, let's hear it.
So I used to know this millionaire. He's passed away since then. God bless her rest his soul. Anyways, we used to talk to him off and on. And one day we were walking down the street and we're on the sidewalk and he stops and he looked down and he picked a dime up off the ground. And he says, so many people want to be a millionaire, but they can't even look after a dime. So how could they look after $1 million? And I always remembered that.
Damn, that kind of hits.
That's a good line, man.
Yeah, I always remembered that. That's got to be 25 or 30 years ago he told me that.
So what you're saying is it's socially acceptable to go in the fountain and dig out the coins.
It might not be socially acceptable.
Financially.
Fiscally responsible, maybe.
Well, that too, I guess.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You ever been driving and realized maybe you left your coffee or your hat or something on top of your car? You feel like an absolute bonehead, right?
Mutt move.
Well, a 22-year-old woman in Mississauga was charged with careless driving after driving around with stairs on her roof this weekend.
Sorry. Stairs.
Have you not seen this video?
No, show me the stairs.
This lady, look at her. She got caught.
You drive like this.
It looks like a fire escape.
This is not safe. What's the license plate? CHRP 229. Like, how? That is so bad. Like, how? Just focus.
She's just driving around. You got to see the video for yourself. Text stairs to 762-555.
Is there any chance she doesn't know?
So it turns out, after the police finally caught up with her, she claims that she backed into the staircase she remembers.
Okay. She remembers. Oh, good.
Was not aware that somehow the staircase had attached to her car. And this is the real quote from the cops. And then for reasons we really don't understand, drove all the way down in the Queensway with it attached to their vehicle before finally getting intercepted by police. We're really not sure what the heck is going on here.
I mean, that's just it. Like, if you had told me, like, well, she was intoxicated, I'd be like, okay, that kind of makes it make sense. But if she's just like, well, I knew I backed into the stairs. I didn't realize that they were fully ensconcing my vehicle. Like, it's across the back window.
You know those moments where you're driving and someone's like honking at you and like pointing, they're like, your gas tank is open, and you don't understand. You're like, what is your deal? Like, what do you want?
And it kind of makes sense because, like, how, maybe your mirrors don't line up. How could you notice something so small? But a full metal staircase being attached to your car, you should notice.
You got to see the video for yourself. Text stairs to 762-555. Her back window is literally busted out. Like, did you not feel a huge breeze coming through?
It's so drafty in the car today. I'm going to have to get somebody to look at that.
Also, the stairs are touching the road. Like, you didn't hear, like, a scraping the entire time and think, like, oh, something's wrong with my car?
A lot of red flags, and yet somehow no DUI charges is crazy.
She's either the most, like, oblivious person of all time or has hit, like, full Zen status.
Super meditative behind the wheel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one way to combat your road rage.
We need to see the body cam footage from the cop, like, coming up to the car. Do you know why I pulled you over today?
No, officer, was I doing something wrong?
What do you say to your insurance company when you call in for that?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I ask you, have you ever been fubbed before?
Pardon me?
It's a new thing, actually. I know you've been
Fub?
fubbed before. I've probably fubbed you, if I'm being honest. It's a new term called phone snubbing. Fubbing.
Oh, okay.
Where you're having a conversation with somebody and then
and someone's looking at their phone the whole time?
either they're on their phone the whole time, or the worst version of it is like, we'll be talking, we're making eye contact, blah, 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 and all of a sudden the person you're talking to while you're speaking just looks over and picks up their phone and starts looking at the screen.
Oh, yeah, It does that thing to you?
You can tell, like, if they've got their notifications on or their vibrate, it'll be that little noise that triggers the hamster in our brain to go, ooh, what was that?
Don't like the name, though. Fubbing?
Fubbing's a little weird. I will say, if you're going to look it up, like if you want to show this to somebody later, you have to search fubbing, P-H-U-B-B-I-N-G, because if you just search fub, P-H-U-B, it will bring up the hub.
Oh, P-Hub.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's what it thinks you're looking for.
There's a difference between fubbing and P-hubbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, both should be equally socially unacceptable.
There's probably some people out there that fub while on the P-hub in public.
God, could you imagine how bad your dopamine addiction would have to be for you to be like on your phone scrolling while your computer is P-hubbing?
I don't even know if it's a dopamine thing.
I think it is like our brains just crave all these little distractions and things that give us attention. But the idea that like we can't even have a conversation with someone without going to our phones, and that it's happening so often that we've had to give it a name. Like that's when it becomes a problem.
I mean, there's so many people probably go on dates and they get fubbed all the time. You know?
If you're on a date, if you're out at the restaurant, you're chatting about life, getting to know one another, and the person across the table is just like, yeah, and just scrolling the whole time.
You know who does that to me? My mom.
Your mom's a fubber?
I feel like older generation of people, like, I'm just saying, some of you guys are like, ooh, technology kills the world. You guys are the worst at it. I'll say that.
I will say, yeah, my mom was in town 2 weeks ago.
You guys love to fub.
I got fubbed a couple times by I don't like saying this. I don't like the phrasing on it.
You got to lay it out at Thanksgiving. No fubbing at the table.
First person to fub at Thanksgiving dinner is doing all the dishes.
This is the Brock and Delby Podcast.
Burning Man Festival wrapped up yesterday, and last week we talked about how everybody was mourning the loss of the Orgy Dome. Well, while everybody was mourning that, a child was actually born at the Burning Man Festival over the weekend.
The circle of life.
It's a crazy story. Check this out. So it ended up being like one of those, what's it called, like a cryptic pregnancy. The lady didn't know she was pregnant.
Well, I mean, you'd hope, right? You'd hope that someone wouldn't go to Burning Man knowing that they were with child.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
You're fair. Yeah, that's
but
right.
According to the story, she was out partying with her husband, and she said she started feeling like a little bit off. And they were trying to walk back to their campsite, and she's like, I really don't feel well. Like, I really need to be somewhere. So they knocked on someone's RV, and luckily people are chill enough at Burning Man.
Right. If you're there, it's like Olive Garden. If you're there, you're family.
They let them in there, and then she just ended up having a baby in this dude's RV.
Imagine, like, the state the average person is in at Burning Man. You and your friends or your partners or whatever have gone back to your RV for the night to just, like, let nature take its course.
Your third eye is fully open.
And someone bangs on the door, comes into your trailer, and has a baby. Like, you gotta be mind blown.
If you're tripping out, you'd be like, is this the second coming of Christ?
Right? Is this the manger at Nazareth? Is that what we're doing right here?
Luckily, though, at Burning Man, there's so many like medical tents and stuff. So it was kind of like a decent place to be to have a random birth.
Like, it's not ideal. There are better places to have a baby, but you're right. Like, so many people need medical attention. There's a lot of staff on
There's
hand.
no word if the parents were like tripping out on drugs or anything, because that would be a whole trip in itself.
God, yeah, you'd think like an alien chest burster was about to come out.
But I was thinking, like, if your kid is born at Burning Man, do you give it like a Burning Man themed name? You know, like maybe like Dusty or Dustin if it's a boy.
Yeah.
Thing.
Ash.
Sandy, yeah.
You could go Charlotte or Charles, but just call it Char.
Honestly, a name that you don't hear anymore, but it'd be very fitting. Just name the kid Trip.
That would be really good. That would be fantastic.
Like Rave, short for Raven.
Crystal.
Yeah. Sid, short for acid. Why's your kid named Cotter? Oh, it's short for narcotics.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, we've got $100 in Lotto Max tickets for tomorrow's jackpot on the line, but it is Kiss Week here on the station, so I was thinking every day of the week we can have a different Kiss-themed contest. We've got 3 callers on here, and I need you to tell me what a love gun sounds like.
Winner's going to get $100 in Lotto Max tickets. Tonight's jackpot is $40 million. We're asking for the creativity of, they sing about the love gun, but what would it sound like if if a love gun was a real thing?
So I'll play this clip. And then as soon as he says love gun, you give me the sound of what you think the love gun should be. If you're not one of our 3 contestants, let us know who has the best love gun here this morning. But we'll just start on line 1 here. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
It's Jeff.
Jeff. All right. Are you ready to give us your love gun?
We'll give her a whirl.
All right. Here, I'll play the clip for you. Fire away, Jeff.
Pull that love gun, baby. Pull that love gun. Woo!
All right. That's something.
It's something, all right.
Stay on hold, Jeff. All right. We go to line 2 here. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
It's Michael.
Michael. All right. Are you ready to give us your love gun?
I sure am.
All right. Here we go. Fire away, brother. Sounded a little bit droopy, I'm not gonna lie. All right, Michael, stay on hold, all right, brother?
Thank you.
All right, we go to line 3 here. Caller number 3, what is your name?
It's Sean.
Sean, you're our final love gun of the morning. What do you think of your fellow competitors so far?
Some tough competition there, but I'll give it a shot.
All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Fire away, brother.
Spoogoosh.
Spagoosh?
Oh, that did something to me inside that I'm not happy about.
All right.
Oh.
Stay on hold, Michael.
Goosh.
Let's weigh out the options here. Line 1, line 2, or line 3.
So Jeff just kind of did the Ric Flair woo. It wasn't really the love gun so much as a person with. Anyway, then Michael made the thing go. Brrr, he kind of did like a weird raspberry, and then spagoosh from Sean,
Which,
in the 3 spot.
if you know anything about the song Love Gun, I think he might have been the most accurate.
Can you believe that the text line at 762-555 is unanimously for spagoosh?
Spagoosh, are you still there?
I'm here.
Well, you get a spading and a round of applause. And $100 in Lotto Max tickets, all right?
That's awesome.
I think it's the spading that goes spadoosh.
Thank you for pulling the trigger this morning, brother. If you do happen to win the jackpot, you got some nickels and dimes for us?
Oh, dude, I'll bring you a whole bag full from the back.
Oh, spagoosh.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, we have got our first contestant on the line for What the Bleep here. We have got Kat on the phone. Kat, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing awesome. Thanks for calling.
You have a chance to win $1,000 in cash after a long weekend. How does that sound?
That would be amazing.
And know this, Kat, no matter how this goes, you're either going to win $1,000 or you're going to add $100 of corporate money into the jackpot for someone else to win. So you're doing your part either way.
That's fair, but I'm going to try again tomorrow anyway.
All right, well, let's see if you can do it this morning, Kat. Here's the clip. We got our friend John Angus from the Trues to say something. We censored out one word.
Hey, this is John Angus McDonald from the Trues. The one thing I never get tired of playing is...
For $1,000 in cold hard cash this morning, Kat, what the bleep is John Angus saying there?
Well, I'm a bit of a gamer, so I'm going to go with video games.
Video games.
It never gets tired of playing video games.
All right, let's see here. Unfortunately, it is not video games.
You went with the buzzer and the wah-wah?
Is that too harsh?
Damn, dude.
Is that too harsh, Kat?
That hurts, man. That hurts.
I'm sorry. It's not video games, but you did bring the jackpot up to $1,100 now, so more money is even better.
That's right.
It is.
All right, you'll have another chance to play at 5:10 later on this afternoon, all right?
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It's time to send us a text, 762-555 right now. Ask us all your questions. We'll try to read it on the radio. 762-555 right now. Ask us all your questions now. You can send us a text right now. You can send us a text right now. Now. Hey. 762-555. Text.
Now we just need you Tom Holland style dancing to this song.
All right, let's get her going here. 762-555. First question in says, what was the big back to school trend when you were a kid? Osiris shoes was a huge one. And those binders that you could like write on. I don't know if you remember those at all.
Kind of.
That was a
little
huge trend. I remember in like the 4th grade, everyone had Osiris's and everyone had one of those binders.
I'm trying to think back and like living in the Northwest Territories, we didn't necessarily have access to all the big trendy things.
You guys got it a year later?
Yeah, usually like you'd see it on TV and be like, that's going to be big when I graduate. But I mean, the biggest thing I remember was everybody wearing Looney Tunes t-shirts. You remember those things?
Those have made a resurgence back, too, with the kids.
I had a Taz one, and I don't think I ever looked more stylish.
Someone said, as children of divorce, how did your step-parents win you over?
I mean, honestly, my stepdad was 1, nice to my mom, and 2, around. You know, like, he kind of had the default position.
What age did he come into your life?
I want to say I was like... My old man split when I was like 6, so it was probably like 9 or 10.
So you're still pretty young, yeah. See, like my dad didn't start dating Julie till I was like 17, so I was on the verge of being out of high school, like out of the house already. So I just busted her balls really hard, and she actually won me over through football.
Really?
Because she was always like, I go to work in the States, blah, blah, blah. The company that she works for, we have a box at the Patriots game, and I'm a big Patriots fan.
Right.
So she was like, I can get you any jersey you want. So I was like, all right, Steven Gostowski, which was the kicker of the team at the time.
Sure.
She came back home with a Steven Gostowski jersey, and I was like, all right, that's pretty cool.
She didn't win you over with football. She won you over with bribery. She literally just gave you nice things.
So I don't know if this person texting in is trying to win over the kids. This is all you got to do, man.
If you've got a hookup with an NFL kicker, apparently that's the way to go.
Another football-related question, actually. Someone said, is it weird that Bill Belichick is dating a 27-year-old?
Obviously.
I mean...
What are you eyeing about?
I mean, love is love. Who are we to say?
That's not love. The woman literally was in the news last week for trademarking the term gold digger.
Sure. But I mean, if he's happy, then like, who are we to judge? If he was dating like an 18-year-old, then it's weird.
Dude, it's also the fact that he was over middle age when she was born.
Sure.
We can't just ignore that.
Yeah, but you can't think about it like that.
I can't stop thinking about it like that.
He's going to ruin a lot of the videos you watch online if you think about it like that. Final one here. Someone said, what's one thing we can all agree on? Mosquitoes suck.
Yeah, well, no, you know what? There's going to be somebody out there who wants to be contrarian and will say it's something like population control or
gas
something
prices
like that.
Are too high. We can all agree on that.
Not if you work for an oil and gas company.
True.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, those basic things of, like, we literally live in a society right now where if you told someone the sky is blue, someone in a big enough crowd is going to tell you that it's not.
I feel like at least 99.9% of people can agree with this. Nothing is better than pooping at home.
Boy, if you argue against that one, like, there's just something broken in your soul.
If you don't like taking a number 2 at home, then you're weird.
I want to take my phone, I want to sit down, I want to close the door, and just forget the world outside these 4 walls exists.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Ed's word of the day.
Let's see what he's got.
Good morning. Today's word is buffo. Yeah, buffo. B-O-F-F-O. Buffo. And it's extremely successful or sensational. Well, you'd think they'd pick a better word than buffo. Buffo just sounds more like you're talking about a moron or something. I don't know. Anyways, I just wrote down, sir. Have a great one. Cheers her up.
According to my Googling, he may have got the pronunciation
Just a little bit
wrong.
Buffo.
Boffo.
It's Boffo. It's a kind of an old-timey, like, that's great. That's fantastic. That's cool. It's Boffo, baby.
It feels like Italian, like Buffo.
A little bit. Yeah. It comes from, like, the same time period, I feel, as when you'd call people rubes. You know what I mean? Like, language was just more fun back then.
It also reminds me of a great joke, Bofa.
Bofa?
Bofa D's.
Oh, Jesus.
Boffo, or Bofa. Use it wherever you can today, all right? All right.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.